Hello, this is n00b64 slash Djvinyl, and I'm here to teach you VoxelSniper. This will be part 1 of our VoxelSniper tutorials series, and let's get started. Today I'm going to teach you how to build a basic mountain, probably the easiest thing to learn how to build in VoxelSniper. This will also allow you to do arches, so actually, to be honest, I'm just going to show you how to do an arch, because it's exactly the same. And I think it looks better. So, take out your edit wands, which will be your arrow and your gunpowder. Your arrow will do the command, and your gunpowder generally will do the opposite version of the command, or a more extreme version. Though for the command I have right now, it's doing the exact same thing. I'm just going to undo that with /u, and then the number of undos. Without further ado, let's get started. So first off, you're going to want to do /b, which stands for brush. Take the brush and add another b, that stands for ball. So now we've got our ball brush selected. Do /v and then stone. /v is your voxel or your material. So now we have our material set to stone. Change your size, because chances are you were in snipe mode before, and you can go /b and then put a number. So I'm going to go with size 5. That's a radius of 5, meaning it'll probably be around 10 across. Oh, never mind, sorry. I was being stupid. It's a diameter of 5. Okay, so we have our stone brush, and we'll just build something until you get the general shape you want. And from here you can proceed in numerous ways. My favorite is just to do the /b and then blend ball. This is like World Edit's smooth brush, although it's much better. In fact, VoxelSniper has its own smooth brush, which still does what the World Edit one does, except still better. So we'll just do this, and this will blend. This will blend existing terrain into each other at the moment, so it'll give it a more natural-looking feel and get rid of all those unwanted pointy parts that you get from using the ball brush. Okay, so from here it's pretty good, but it's looking like it's not naturally generated. It's looking very blocky, if I do say so myself. Like I said, gunpowder will do the opposite or a more extreme version of the arrow, so if it's looking too thin, just add a little bit more with your gunpowder. So I'm going to go brush, erode, which is E, and then I'm going to use, there's a bunch of different types of erode brushes, but I'm going to use melt. Don't use this brush over excessively, or it can make your thing look like a wax sculpture. It, doesn't necessarily make it look the best. But if you do it right, it will make it look like water has been weathering it away. It's good for making rivers and ravines. And just fiddle with the blend ball, the melt brush, and the stone brush for a little bit, and you should be able to get a more natural and eye-appealing design, or overall look. And Okay, so from here, after you have your structure looking sort of how you want it to look, mind you, I didn't fiddle with it nearly enough to make it look good. I'm just doing this as a tutorial, so I don't care. So after that, you're going to want to use your overlay brush. So B over, and then D, which is your depth that you want your overlay to go at, and then put the depth of your overlay. So I'm going to go with 3, and then I'm going to set my voxel to dirt. The reason I'm not using grass is because setting it to grass right away it can cause lag on your server. So the best thing to do is just set it to dirt for the first layer, and we shall just go over it with dirt. Yeah, I'm going to ignore that. And okay, so we have our dirt structure, or our whatever you want to call it, archway, and we're going to overlay it. We're going to use B over depth 1, and then you can choose your voxel and change it to grass. I'll just go over it again with grass. /E. I'm just going to change my size to a bigger size to make it easier and faster. Okay, so we now have our fairly natural looking archway. Things like ores, you're going to want to add in manually or with the overlay or splatter brush or something like that. Until they add like a B sunder brush, then I don't know. Yeah, ores are always hard to get in. Generally you have to do them manually. But we can add trees in with ease. So just do B, T, and then it'll give you a list of types of trees, so you can go /B, T. I'm going to set mine to redwood. And you just click wherever you want one. It is important to note that they can only spawn in places where a normal tree would be able to grow. So if it would intersect with the leaves, it will not allow it to grow. So there you go. Just spruce it up a little bit, add some more stuff. Something nice to add to your arches is just a little waterfall, or I guess if it's another arch, a lava fall, I don't know. And so here we go, we'll just add this. Actually we'll do, yeah, so we'll just little waterfall here. There you go. /B here. Slash. Okay, well, that will conclude our tutorial for now. You can have that leading into a lake. I'll show you how to make those in a later video. And enjoy your arches. I know it's bad. Well, anyways, that's the basics of creating arches in mountains, and I will see you in the next VoxelSniper tutorial. Goodbye, over and out. Bon voyage. Peace.